Hey you guys, happy Memorial Day weekend! It is May 24th. We are just about to Silver Lake and are going to walk down Sunset Boulevard, starting at the Sunset Junction-ish. Sunset Boulevard, and then have a little park moment in Echo Park Lake. Check out all the folks enjoying the park on a Sunday. Joe is A.T. Soups. There's my bust. Joe is doing some errands. We need a few necessities. Joe's gonna go get those for us. Tonight's meal, before we start, I've already got it all planned out. It's gonna be an easy one. I'm gonna make barley risotto with squash, chicken stock, and a little spinach. Kind of tastes like risotto, more fiber, delicious. Hey George, hey Brave Bull, hey Angela. Good morning, KW. It is Los 70s, so it's probably like 72 here. You can hear party music spilling out from over hedges across the street. Just on the other side of the street, Erewhon. I kind of wish we were on that side of the street because it's shady. Also, more fun people watching. So welcome. Thank you guys. Happy Memorial Day weekend. If it's your first time here, keep current selection. If it's your first time here, we're walking in Los Angeles. I almost said walking in LA, walking in Los Angeles. We walk around the city and go to events and talk about history and buildings and architecture, culture, and all the awesome things Los Angeles has to offer. I'm not sure. I think I'll just walk around. I'll walk around the park instead of getting on a swan boat by myself. I have to follow these people. I'm gonna have to follow these people all the way to Silver Lake. Anyway, which is just around the corner. Actually, now that I'm out and about, it's a little bit hotter than I actually had originally thought of. I mean. Erewhon, I'm trying to give these, hey Shavkat, I'm just trying to give these people some space. It's a really narrow sidewalk to hover behind. We're starting off with a beautiful view. Griffith Observatory. The Hollywood sign just left of that. I can't speak. We can't see the Hollywood sign from here, but you can see the observatory. We're coming on the Sunset Junction, named because it was a red car junction, hence the little triangle, so a point where cars connected. Anytime we see one of those little triangles, and we'll see a couple on our route, it was a place where the red cars connected to take you different places. You know what? I have such a problem texting that, like, when I type in somebody's name, I usually get it wrong 3 or 4 times. So I usually just type, hey, blah, blah, blah. I never can figure out also how people get the ampersand response. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Here we are. Loud motorcycle. It's kind of empty. I mean, there are a few people milling about, but I bet the traffic getting out of town this weekend was pretty awful. Oh, that's why. Hey, Abbott Kinney. Oh, some new sneakers. You know, we're not of that income bracket. And that's okay, because there's so much in town to do this weekend. Except for today. I really couldn't find much that I was interested in infiltrating. There was one thing going on in West Hollywood. It was a Pride Arts event. I emailed them really late this morning. They emailed me back after I already put this up. We're also going to be in Hollywood tomorrow. I'm going to hold this up so it looks like I am filming myself. I love when people cover their face. Oh my gosh, George. That's terrible. Hopefully you got that figured out. How did the surgery go yesterday? It's a secret. I'll let you know tomorrow. Be sure to hit that bell, Brave Bull. We already put the time up. We're going to go about 4:30-ish. Good. No chemical leaks near us. Although that's kind of weird and seems very old California, like dumping barrels off the coast. That something here, as environmentally conscious as we are, something like that could happen here. Kind of makes me worry about places where they don't care. George did not get an operation. Sorry, I wasn't very specific about that. So across the street, Sunset, Edgecliff, that's another little triangle. They're selling plants over there. Sometimes they've got little stuff going on. It's another junction. It must have been exciting when you were riding a train car down. Eventually, you end up seeing like well, I guess you wouldn't see the silhouette of downtown we see today, but I'm sure you could see buildings at the end of sunset. Exactly, that is a very reasonable response. I wonder if our favorite pizza guy will be out today, Elio. When we cross the street, we'll be able to start to see the US Bank building and the downtown skyline, which is really oh yeah, I think these girls are gonna attack me with their dog. That's how gritty it is. Or maybe this guy is gonna choke me with his gold chain. No, stop it, sir. Thanks for pointing out the danger, Brave Bull. Oh my god, this girl is gonna gouge my eye out with her plastic ice cream spoon. These people are gonna attack me. Dangerous, so dangerous. I'm glad you guys are with me. The famous Millie's Cafe on the right. Me too. I never want to get rid of my appendix or tonsils. Do they even do that anymore? I mean, appendix, sure, but tonsils. Do people still get their tonsils taken out? Like a tonsillectomy? I know it was it feels like it was something that was a regular thing in the olden days. Or there was always an episode of a TV show where some kid got copious amounts of ice cream for getting their tonsils taken out. And I gotta tell you, as a child, it might have been my dearest wish to get that tonsil operation. Think about how my voice would sound today. Hey, full collapse. I'm just gonna walk up here partially for a second. I want to get in the shade, but I also look at how nice and cute and hilly it is. No, I want ice cream all the time now. I just don't want the operation. But I swear, every episode of every olden time TV show, I think it like the Brady Bunch must have, and maybe this TV show we never mentioned, Family Affair, Buffy or Jody, had to have their tonsils removed. It almost seemed like they were trying to soften the blow to kids everywhere by having these episodes and implanting in your mind that it's good to get your tonsils taken out. Steelers! Welcome. Good evening. It's about 10 of 5, heading towards Echo Park Lake. See how people are celebrating Memorial Day. I wish I brought some cash for some elote. Hey, Art e-bikes. Oh, that's a bummer. Hey, Sunset LA. So, There are tons of hot. We're gonna end in a buffer zone for like 1 second. Hey, that's awesome. We love the East Coast. You know, the best thing about being an adult is you can have ice cream anytime. Should you? No. But can you? Yeah, absolutely. This is a cute little area that's kind of gotten gentrified up. Hey, Amy! Happy Memorial Day weekend. This is the weekend. Have you built the roller coaster park? I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, Amy. This is the weekend to do it. Summer's coming. Get that coaster up. Oh my gosh, shout out to lurkers. Oh my gosh, maybe those are the sneakers I need to get my streams longer. I'll bet. I've never had a tube in my throat that I can remember. Alright, let's see if we can pass these guys. I mention this all the time, so I think I'm gonna mention it now. It's not open. Hopefully it's not closed, but this is the best burger place. Just go. I don't want to get in the way. It's sunny on the other side of the street. Oh my gosh, I thought this car was waiting to go. It's just parked. Oh my gosh, that place is closed. That place behind us called Heavy Handed. The burgers were so good. I don't know if they all closed or just this one, but I think Joe and I, back when we were closer to being ballers, not really that, we got burgers from them like twice. They were pretty fantastic. Like, my favorite part of a smash burger is when the end gets a little crunchy. So delicious. Yay, Planet Coaster. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know what it entails, putting it up, but I know you've been talking about it, and it's Joe also really loved, this place has really good salads. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. If it's your first time here, we do love lurkers, so feel free to lurk away. But please feel free to like, subscribe, and chat. It really does help us with the algorithm. We'll be walking every day for the rest of the month, but we usually walk about 6 days a week. Members get members videos. I have actually now a backlog of 2, so you're gonna get blasted. I want to thank members real quick for a second, but this isn't updated. We got 5 new members yesterday. And there They're not on this list yet. But we will update that for tomorrow's live stream. And we'll thank you immensely at that time. Members, thank you so much. You paid for my bus ride. Our phone, our service. You make it all possible. We could not do it without you. Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Welcome, yes. So we're still in Silverlake. You can kind of feel the neighborhood change as we pass over Glendale. It's a little quainter, more rundown. It hasn't quite got the full, I don't know what the word, gentrification treatment yet. I don't think it makes it any more affordable to live in Echo Park Lake, but it's still a really cute, I feel like, vintage experience. What? Tea soups? 6 months. I feel like we've known you a lifetime. Splat, splat, frosting, hearts. Tea soups. 6 months. The big 6. Woo! I think we're celebrating. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being part of the channel, the experience. That's awesome to hear, Kevin. We usually stream for about 2 hours and then we video game at night. They really don't have anything to do with each other, but they indirectly do. It's our B channel, not B as in sub. Oh my gosh. I know, I felt like 6 months didn't seem like a long enough time. Soups. I just want to not photograph the person that hits me with their car. I just want to not, like, wait on the corner for too long. That's what I was going to say. Oh my god, who are these cool guys? They are definitely cool. I don't know who they are, but they're kind of awesomely dressed. I wish they were playing. Oh, I think they might start. They're almost, but it looks like they're wearing suede coats. It's really pleasant today, but it's not a pleasant day for suede. I kind of can relate to them, like standing in the sun in a too hot outfit, getting their picture taken. It's happened to me at many a wedding. Oh, tea soups! Woo! Thanks so much. Thanks for helping in more ways than one. Thanks for your excellent drawings on gaming in LA. Food pictures in the Discord. Tony posted some pictures in the Discord. He's in Amsterdam. Hopefully enjoying some Gouda cheese. If you know what I mean. Dude. See that brown rectangle? That used to be the Silverlake foot. I wish I think I've walked by and had a picture of it before, but the sign kind of flipped and it was a podiatrist's office. And depending on which side you drove up on, one side had a happy foot, the other side had a sad foot, was the kind of day you would have. It was a revolving sign. I only knew about that after they covered it up. I don't think I ever paid attention to good day, bad day, happy foot, bad foot. Until they covered it. Leather kills, wool is cruel, wear vegan. It's PETA. I think in addition to those three things, plastic and nylon are terrible for you too. But health-wise, not so much for... Actually, and for the environment. No, they're pretty good. I actually, I realized last night we played with Joe's family, the drawing game. I realized how awful I am. So on Sundays they have a flea market over here. It ends at probably 4 o'clock. We went like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. It's jam-packed full of stuff, but it's on the sunny side of the street. Looking for the perfect hat. New streaming series now casting. Don't you guys beat me to it. Welcome, number 2 in Top Fans. Wow. What? There's a micro VHS cinema. Should we? I think it's down here. It's a trap. It's like a candy bar on a string. I don't see any entrance. Maybe it's up ahead. Tattoos. Plancha. Mystery store. Delicious papusas. I don't see a church. I love a good storefront church. That one was good. Pilates punks. And a Wendy's, but it's Wendy's Barbers. It was pretty shady down that way. The bus is blocking our path from crossing the street. Alright, we've got one more little boring stretch to get through the retaining walls, but we can talk about the retaining walls. Obviously, they dug through a hill to build Sunset and the train lines, but In like the 30s or 40s, they built the retaining walls on our right. It's a like WPA project. And it's all, they didn't do this though. This is more recent. Ow! Like this is more recent, but this one they just finished in 2025. It almost looks like if you've ever had a VR headset and you have to like scan the room and it puts this like grid over it, coupled with 1930s technology. I wonder what I should look it up. I wonder what the reasoning behind this over this weird cement thing, or this weird cement thing over this thing on the right. It almost looks like a net. A lot of stuff needs water. I think the vicious cycle here is we get a lot of rain and we're so excited. Rain, everything looks green. But the problem is rain brings chaparral and weeds, and everything just grows like crazy and then dries out when it doesn't rain again. And then we end up with brush fires, which is kind of what we're experiencing in a small way right now. I think it's early in this. No, I don't know what the fire season is, or if there's such a thing. But they're kind of popping up. I think there was one half a mile from us, Joe. Maybe I'm wrong about that. There was one in not Catalina Islands, the Channel Islands. Although that brush fire was started by I think a boater in distress that blew one of those flares or something like that. Another brush fire was caused by a lawnmower hitting a rock. I think that's the Simi Valley one. And then in addition to that, we have this tank full of plastic that's going to explode. Joey Lou! Hey, it's great to see you. So I'm eating whatever I want today because who knows what. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to eat a pretty healthy dinner. Who knows what tomorrow brings. So, edge of Silverlake and Echo Park. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this Memorial Day Sunday. We'll be low streaming, doing at a lower bit rate tomorrow. We'll be live streaming, that is, tomorrow at about 4 or something. Here, let's check out these firemen. These guys are our heroes for sure. We shouldn't have been talking about brush fires. We don't want to jinx anything. I'm going to choose to not walk under the ladder. Do you think that's the best choice? It's bad luck. Safety first, for sure. I would definitely climb that ladder if there were 3 people watching out for me. All alone? I don't think so. This thing used to be a theater also. I don't have any idea what theater it was. Ice cream, I'll be really honest with you. I love ice cream while I'm eating it. If it's like cheap ice cream, I don't like it the next day. Enough said, right? There's something happening in the world of ice cream where it needs to meet a certain milk fat criteria to be labeled ice cream. And so all of a sudden at the grocery store, there are all these brands that are called dairy dessert instead of ice cream. And that just means that the milk fat is really, really low. And that's the stuff that gives me like a tummy ache. It's almost like too many animal crackers. You know what I mean? I really loved a matinee movie, actually. There's something about going to the movie in the daytime, and something especially fun about going to the movie in the daytime, going to the movies in the daytime, like on a weekday. It's kind of the ultimate. All right, we got the light. Get away, man. I didn't do anything to you. I didn't film you. I'm just walking down the street. This is my neighborhood, homie. I do belong here. Okay. Okay, I will. I'm just doing my thing. You do your thing. Sorry about that. We're gonna give that guy a little space. Hey, Ahmad. This is a car wash. People get their cars washed there. All right. There used to be a pretty cool pizza sign right there on the corner. I'm hoping this guy isn't walking directly to the park to chill out there. He's also walking super slow now. All right, look over here. He's obviously... I'm trying to have an open heart. He just called me a lot of names. I don't know if you heard that or threatened me some bodily harm, but that doesn't usually happen. And sometimes you can tell when it's... Oh, jeez Louise. All right, I'm gonna actually... To preserve my life, I'm going to cross the street because I just don't want to get continually threatened or get in a fight with that guy. Ooh, a little Memorial Day adventure. Well, you know, you have to feel some kind of compassion. It's very, very, really difficult. And I don't go out of my way to film anybody anyway, ever. Especially anybody experiencing any kind of distress, because honestly, I don't want to get filmed on a day when my eyebrows are askew, let alone when I haven't had a shower. So I really try to be fair about that. And I'll talk to anybody. Anyway, my big fear, George, carrying pepper spray or mace, which I maybe should have something, a little something, instead of glitter in a satchel. I'm just hoping to scratch their cornea and get away. I probably should, but my big fear is that I would squirt my own eye. I would never be able to carry arms. Like, I'm definitely not coordinated for that. I wouldn't want to do that for this, but like, I don't think I'm a gun guy.
We were talking about...
I'll look into it, for sure. Over there, you can see Glendale. You know, I've always kind of wanted to go to a shooting range, not because I'm interested in guns, but it seems like, I don't know, what if I needed to use one day, like apocalypse, worse, zombie apocalypse. And it's up to me to save the village. They're screwed. So this is really cute, Echo Park. Hey, Cayman. This is where LA kind of feels a little small towny. It does in the valley also, but it kind of feels that way around here too.
Not as like divisive, like you're gonna get more people because it's not that. So it's like so many people.
Oh my god, I love Maj's hair. Joe, don't say anything. We're gonna cross the street to the park. Happy Sunday, you guys. Thank you for walking with me here in Echo Park Lake. Probably the traffic, it does seem a little empty for a Sunday. I don't think Los Angeles is gonna experience much of that. It's in, oh shoot, Schnitzel with noodles. I am running. Thanks. Anyway, but you know what they say, escape is a luxury you cannot afford. So we're here. But we're crossing over to the shady side of the street, if we can. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Brenda. The shortstop is classic. I've even been to this shortstop. I've never been much of a going out and drinker though, so I've only been to the shortstop like 2 or 3 times. In the Gold Room, I don't know if that's still open, but that was a really kind of awesome place up here in Echo Park. In Hollywood, I think the place I went to most is still open. It was like good time at Davy Wayne's. Just there's something really cool happening in Highland Park this weekend. We went to Highland Park once or twice. We definitely have to put it back on the map. We are going to the Valley next Sunday, I believe, or Saturday, I can't remember, 30th. There's an arts fair in Burbank. We're going to go to this arts fair, and then we're going to see how far we can walk through the valley, and then I'm going to try to find a bus or a train to get back home. Hopefully I don't end up really crazy place. Not me. Not with my heart condition or pocketbook. You can hear the music. I thought it was coming from the Angelus Church. I can also, from what I remember, you have a hangover from that. I can't do anything that I feel the next day. Are you talking about, what's the bowling alley? Chateau Lanes. All right, park life. People are having barbecues. This is the way it should be. Joe and I should have brought our grill down here. Let's go this way. It's a little more fun. It's not really any more fun. Uh-oh. I just have to keep my eyes out for that fella. So when we were in Santa Monica, we were talking about how it was overrun with chipmunk. This park is overrun with, or squirrels. This park is overrun with geese. July 11th, we're gonna come back here for the Lily Fest. It's pretty cool. You can kind of see them growing now. The picture I used for a thumbnail is actually from that Lily Fest like a couple of years ago. I don't want to get attacked by a goose, but I don't want to miss out on these beautifully dressed people. So anyway, you can see the lilies over here starting to spread out. This is the perfect time to come here, actually, from now until the next hour or two. I think sunset's like 7:53. I don't know that we'll be here for that sunset. I have to tell you, I was kind of pooped from going to Skid Row yesterday. And not because it was a particularly long parade route, but it was just a lot of standing in the sun. My head is completely sunburnt. There's a lot of foul fellas here. I always got to double check my shoes after I get home from here. Goose poop. Downtown. Swan boats. The white lady. Or the lady in white of Echo Park. I think she's a ghost. I think there's a ghost story about that. Let's walk clockwise. Oddly free. Hey. I think it costs $15 to ride the swan boats. Per maybe it's like for two people. Joe and I rode them when we celebrated 1,000 members. The thing is, you can't just like, well, actually, you could. You have to like scan something or buy a ticket first. It's all like post COVID. You have to make a reservation and pick a time. But it's pretty easy, so you literally could do it like while you walked around the park. $5. Bob's Market. I know where Bob's Market is peripherally. Like, is that the market that's near the giraffe sign? And you can see like the giraffe's neck bones. I never rode the swan boat in the swan boat in Boston that goes through the common where you're in the boat with a bunch of people. I rode that when I was a kid. I never rode a paddle swan boat when I lived in Boston, and I never rode the duck boats. No, I love it too. But we don't need to make way for ducklings here because they just chill wherever they want. But don't get near them. The mother can be really crazy when there are ducks or eggs or ducklings around. He was drunk off of fermented Donald Duck orange juice that he would make in his prison cell. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, sometimes the mothers can be pretty fierce. I've been chased by a goose twice. Once here by mistake, and then once, well, both times by mistake. I'm not out to tempt geese, but once in Boston also. I got too close to the goose nest. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's a really cool marsh. And there's all kinds of cool turtles. A little island that we can't go to. That's the bridge to it. I'm sure at one time you could go out there and have a picnic. But as long as I've lived here, you've never been able to cross that to the island. Bye. I just don't want to trip and fall in. Hey, Oxygen. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for coming to Echo Park Lake with me today. We are walking in Echo Park and Silverlake on this fine May 24th Memorial Day weekend. We're coming up to this awesome boathouse. It's funny because I don't know if this is history. I feel like Macapa Park and Echo Park Lake are kind of like twinsies. Except the boathouse in Echo Park Lake isn't near the water any longer. Wilshire Park. Wilshire Park, that lake used to be one, you couldn't drive through it, I believe. Oh my gosh, it looks like Gilligan's Isle. I feel like scenes from Gilligan's Island were filmed either here or MacArthur Park. Look it up. But that really does look like Gilligan's Island. I say Isle like me and Gilligan are tight. Here's the swan boats. Shh. You guys are sleeping. The breeze is really nice. You can occasionally feel the mist, which is a magical feeling, until you think about, where's that water come from? Kidding. I'm really trying not to think about it. Anyway, the park is alive. You could get anything. You want a blanket to sit on? Awesome. Snacks, treats. You got it. Here's the boat check-in. There used to be a coffee shop in there. Maybe it's just not open on Memorial weekend. So it doesn't. Sorry, that lady was standing right in front of the QR code. I would have shown it to you so you could see the price. It's under $20. I'm more of a Manhattan if I were gonna have an old-timey drink. I almost never like gin though. I haven't drank in years either. There you go. Thanks, Thundergas. I think for years I was thinking it was MacArthur Park. Oh, somebody brought geese corn. Somebody should sell geese corn. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but you know, that feed. I like this area too. It's really just like a gift to the city or to the neighborhood. It was only like, it took us half an hour to walk here. Maybe a little more. Oh my gosh, Godot, guess what's happening? On July 11th, I don't know if I'm walking into territory here. On July 11th, there's a Lotus Festival. You can kind of see the Lodi octopuses starting to form. We had canals in the city that I grew up in that were full of trash by the time I moved there. And I'm sure they were always full of trash. They were like in between all of the mills. I grew up in Manchester, in case you couldn't tell from my accent. Oh shit. I'm gonna get off the goosey path here before I tick someone off. So they have a whole festival. Usually someone sponsors it. I think this year, I can't remember. But we already have the picture up and the date saved on our channel to come to it. They actually had a Pride event here last night. It was a ticketed event. We were going to go until I realized it was a ticketed event, and then it's out of my budget. Hey! Violence. Or Vilsons, sorry. I was trying to read that as violins. So I grew up in this old mill town and they had a ton of canals and they just filled them in with concrete. They were like in the process of doing it by the time we moved there, but imagine if they had just cleaned them up. How cool would that have been? I feel the same thing the way about kind of Venice too. I think that's a tough question, Oxygen 69, because I grew up on the East Coast. I went to New York all the time when I was a kid and a teenager. And I lived in Boston, which is not really anything like New York, just an East Coast city. There are certain things I like about New York and certain things I like about Los Angeles, but I think like Los Angeles tips the scale for me. So I would say, short answer long, I think I like LA better, but I don't dislike New York. If I, oh my God, here's the guy with the corn feed. This guy is known as, oh, it's a lady. She's called the Swan. I'm kidding. I feel like part of what I really loved about New York and Boston was the skankiness of them in a way. Like when I was a teenager and you would go to Times Square, it was crazy. I wasn't doing drugs or anything like that, but it was just crazy. And when I lived in Boston as a teenager, the red light district and around there in Boston, I wasn't also doing any of those things. I was like skateboarding around, but it was just a crazy atmosphere, grittier atmosphere. I feel like LA still has that potential because it's so large that they can't possibly revitalize everything at once. So there's always going to be a neighborhood that's on its way out, a neighborhood that's totally out, and then a neighborhood on the upswing. Oh my God. The last time I went to Boston, I would love to go to Boston. It would be a gas to be able to earn enough money to go to Boston and like live stream for like a couple days or a week or whatever it would take. Last time I was in Boston was like December 2015 or 2016, and I was visiting my family for the Christmas holiday, and it snowed, and it snowed, and it snowed. And then when it was done snowing, it was 5 degrees. Hey, Kim! Happy to see ya. Happy Sunday. Thank you for leaving the comment. I feel like Boston's just a little provincial. New York is crazy and I don't know. New York is a great experience. But I think that people have a hard time in big cities. So people have a hard time making it in New York. People have a hard time making it in Los Angeles, and people go back to wherever they came from with bad stories. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, tea soups. Tea soups. There it is. Sorry, nobody knows what I'm doing behind me. They just think I'm crazy. Welcome, new member. Don't forget, kids. Thank you so much. Don't forget, kids. Thank you for supporting Human. And please, do one of those. Also, we are on Twitch if you ever make the switch. Or if we ever get kicked off of here. Boom. And also, I don't usually mention this, but we have an Instagram. I think I post on it 2 or 3 times a week. It's fun. I'm trying to be a skin and hair care influencer, so I would appreciate you following me on Instagram for the latest tips and tricks. LA Unknown! I think at one time this lake was supposed to be drinking water. I remember reading the story of Echo Park, and it might have been also made from land they took away from people, which, I mean, everything, right? Eminent domain land. That I could be incorrect about, but I'm pretty sure that it was once supposed to be a reservoir. It's got to be at least 4 feet deep, I would say, because of the duck boats, swan boats, I mean. I have never seen Go-Go Boot Converse before. This is like a really kind of old neighborhood too, right? We've got some of the oldest remaining Victorian houses up on that hill, just right up that street. Bunker Hill was right over there, more or less. I would love to live in one of those little houses or apartments right there with a view. I think California, or Southern California, Los Angeles, has been so weird about where the water comes from historically that, of course, they could make a movie, Chinatown, about it. And I feel like that movie has got some fact in it. I hear Radiohead Creep behind me. I think they're playing that for you, Joe. Oh, look at this little cutie. Where do these guys fit in? Are they duck babies? Is that like the next phase for ducklings? Relax, Jake. It's Chinatown. I love that movie. That wasn't a good impression, but I do love that movie. Early 70s cinema, like, was pretty, there were some pretty incredible movies in late 60s cinema. I don't like it all, I don't pretend to know all about the movies, but there was a period of like 10 years after the studio system collapsed that I think movies got really interesting. Probably the Hayes Act went away around that time also. The weather is what I like to call los 70s, so it's the low 70s. But every time they say it on the radio, it sounds like they say Los 70s. And since it's Los Angeles, it kind of works. That one looks like it's on guard and ready to pounce. I'm not a fan of 80 degrees. My watch says 70. That's funny, and then it's all these dudes and then a pigeon. Don't notice me. I don't know what kind of fish are in here. So usually what will happen for the Lily Fest is this whole area will just be full of lilies. Kim, I saw a few things that were kind of interesting to do this weekend, but I kind of exhausted myself on Friday morning standing in the sun. I know this sounds really crazy, but on Friday we went to Miley Cyrus's, I always want to say Silas, Miley Cyrus's star ceremony and stood around in the sun, and I got a sunburn. And yesterday I was standing out in the sun a lot too for we went to Skid Row Parade, and I think I got a little more color despite using sunscreen. So today, I kind of wanted to take it easy. You know when you get too much sun, it kind of saps you. That's exactly what was playing. Creep. I heard the beginning of it. I was just sapped from the sun, so I didn't want to go too far today, and I wanted to kind of relax a little of today. And I got to do that, so I figured what a great day to head to the park, Memorial Day weekend. See other people enjoying the park. But there was a lot of stuff going on. There's an arts festival in West Hollywood. I was thinking about going to. There's a lot of stuff going on in parks. Problem with going to a park other than one in the city is we got to get there. And then what if I have no signal? We're going to Burbank next Saturday or Sunday. I honestly can't remember. I'm not really worried about the signal in Burbank, but I'm worried about parts of the walk back home. But we'll see. Thanks, Sunset. I appreciate you all being here. So we are you guys look fantastic. All right. Well, we are right. Do you want to hear a story about the Lotus of Echo Park? I'll read it to you. Whoa, it goes back to Amy Semple McPherson. This building behind me, Foursquare Church, Amy Semple McPherson. Do you remember she got kidnapped? She was a lady preacher from the 30s. I don't remember the name of the movie, but she was kidnapped. Her church is right over there. So she founded the Foursquare Gospel behind us, and was a well-known figure in Los Angeles. After her founding of the Angelus Temple in 1923, the population of the Echo Park neighborhood greatly increased as thousands of faithful followers came to be closer to Sister Amy as she preached. In the 1920s, when Echo Park Lake was still in its infancy, McPherson imported lotuses from China, and it is believed she placed them in Echo Park Lake from their early beginnings in the lake. McPherson's lotuses grew quickly to take on cultural and spiritual significance for the neighborhood as well as the greater city of Los Angeles. The annual Locust Festival, where is my mind? End times. The annual Lotus Festival began in 1972 as the Day of the Lotus, and it celebrates the city's Asian and Pacific Islander communities, held in July to coincide with the blooming of the lotus flowers. The festival typically includes multicultural music and presentations and food and dragon boat races, and yeah, we'll be there. Woo! Don't para español, obriga dos. Is it obriga? We've all heard it before. Oprima. Oprima dos. Everyone gets a lotus flower. Hopefully we don't all get a locust. Abundanza. That's pizza for one. Do you think Mama Celeste was real? This is let's go this way, it's a little more interesting. We'll walk back by the Foursquare Church into Echo Park, past Charlie Chaplin's house, look over our shoulder and get a view of DTLA. Hopefully I won't run into my friend again. I have a smudge in my glass and it's preventing me from seeing as much. I feel like it's a permanent smudge. Mama Celeste, I think she had a heavy sodium hand, though, for sure. She always looked like she's had a little too much salt. I'm sure there's like a Lifetime movie called Lady Preacher or something about Amy Semple McPherson, but this is the original church. We didn't walk by Charlie Chaplin's house. We will another time. It's a block over. Foursquare. Oh my gosh. People still go to this church. I don't want them to walk out. Ah, Bondonza. That was like the only frozen pizza. That and Red Baron. So this is the church, and I feel like this is building down here is like a hospital of theirs. Like, I'm sure a lot of these buildings were residences or places that were owned by this enormous church for their people to live. Oh my gosh, they are doing retro Pizza Hut. If you're American, I don't know why I said that, but if you lived in America in like the 80s or 90s, you should go to Pizza Hut and you order and then you go and sit down and there's like a jukebox. So this is like I guess a medical building. They're bringing retro Pizza Hut back to the USA. Sit down, retro Pizza Hut. They're also bringing back Pizza Hut Deep Dish, which is my favorite Pizza Hut. I actually love Pizza Hut. There's Jensen's Recreation Center. Bowling and billiards. Is this what you were talking about, bowling alley, before? I've never been inside of it. Does the bowling alley still exist? Do you remember the red plastic drink cups that you used to get at 7-Eleven? I mean 7-Eleven. You never got them at 7-Eleven. At Pizza Hut? We could technically have just walked downtown from Echo Park Lake. Fairly easily. Fairly easily, I say. Okay, we're just about out to Sunset. We're gonna take a left, head back towards Silver Lake. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. But the best deep dish pizza ever, in my opinion, Pizzeria Uno, Chicago. They had one called the Uno, Numero Uno, I think. And there was something about their deep dish crust. It had like cornmeal and something else in it. I think I got the recipe on the internet and I made it in like a springform pan. Oh my gosh, Nightbot. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Please don't forget that. I'll try not to do that many, many, many more times. No, semolina is what Italian people use. It is literally like a cornmeal crust. I'm positive it's cornmeal, but semolina, yeah. What's up?
What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Where can I find you?
Walking in LA.
Walking in LA.
Take care. YouTube, sorry. Um, but there were no. It was like a really delicious, super bad for you. It took pizza and made it like 10 times worse for you. Pizza Rio Uno. Actually, I think they still have it in grocery stores. I saw it in Ralph's the other day. Speaking of Ralph's, Joe, I have to go and get chicken stock. I would do food reviews if I could afford to do food reviews. It's expensive going to those restaurants. And if they give me something for free, then I feel obligated to not be too mean. I would only be able to do food reviews of places that I love. I would start with the Donut Man. Hi! Joe, I just got caught. Hold on. That was fun. A very fun special effect.
My body just.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, if you could pick up chicken stock. Like, I just need, the better than bouillon or something. You could get something less expensive, but with no, you can't have, giant amounts of salt in it. I just need the flavor. You could get vegetable better than bouillon, or chicken better than bouillon, or you could just get low salt chicken stock. Thank you so much. The wire got caught on a pole that was low because I was trying to get out of the way. When do you,
He's like happy about this.
oh yeah, you might even yeah, just grab a carton. I'm not going to use it all. I'm just going to use some of it. Or do you know that stuff like Knorr, Knorr, are those bouillon cubes? No, just get the carton stuff. Better for us. I kept saying the neighborhood changed as soon as you crossed over Glendale. I meant it really just changes as soon as you cross over Alvarado. Glendale is under the street that we just walked by. I think it was an old parking meter that didn't have the top on it anymore. I didn't get the limbo question till now. It was a vertical pole. If it was a horizontal pole, I certainly would have just limboed under it. Or tried. Or knocked it over with my chest. We're gonna get to walk back to the sunset. Should be really beautiful by the time we hit Sunset Junction. 6:05 right now. It'll probably take us about half an hour to walk there, so we should kind of get to see the sun start its descent. I feel like I would suck at limboing, by the way. Like, I don't really feel like I can bend over like that anymore. I feel like the thing that's been the worst for me about getting older, like the cricket in the leg thing for me, has been the small of my back. I don't have feet problems or leg problems, but like the small of my back just feels like I need to be doing more stretching or work on my core. I probably could fix it. Thank you for scaring him off. I think. Oh, hey! Hey, George. Hold, please. Oh my gosh, thank you for telling me about my posture. Hold on for 1 second, guys. Thank you for patiently waiting. I just had to turn my other phone on for 1 second. I'm lost. I'm not really lost. Do you know that I was so worried about my posture for a while that I got this thing that you could wear to straighten yourself? Hey, Abbott Kinney Records, thanks for following me. Hold on, now I'm trying to get... Hey, is Mary McQuaid... Sorry, I did it again. That's her stage name, though. Hold on. Hey, George, thank you so much for donating $34 and helping us reach our goal today. I just got it. Took me a second. I just got it right when Joe found up. Thank you so much. That really does help us to carry on. That music is really loud at the 7-Eleven. Woo! Hold on, I'm gonna put my phone back in my pocket so I don't drop it. Woo! Thanks, George. What? I don't know what that means, but I like it. Thank you so much. And wait. Dun 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 dun. Yes! Thank you so much. From the bottom of our hearts, really. I mean that sincerely. Noise. Remember when noise was a thing? I still say it once in a while and Joe makes fun of me. Tell me about the theme park, Amy? Like, do you have to name it? Or, I mean, you can give me a breakdown. You don't need to type 3 paragraphs. That's it. What's the theme, Amy? Don't say walking in LA. I'm blushing. It's LA Unknown. I forget who the artist is. If it's LA Unknown on, they'll know. A movie audition. Actors, models, singers. Wow. From the director of A Day in LA, Another Day in LA, telemarketers gone wow. Criminals casting call. 12 Skulls and the Sex Coach. Thank you. I saw none of those movies. Maybe the Sex Coach. Planet Coaster 2. Fun feeds! Hey, happy Memorial Day weekend. The city's empty. I'm on Sunset Boulevard. Do they normally, Atlas and Cache, work together? Because they're kind of perfectly married. Woo! All right. Here's the excitement. I don't want to see anybody hurt, but I needed that. This little part of the walk is kind of boring until we get to the cats and chickens. Smells so good. It smells really delicious right there. I know, Mary, so sorry. I thought that was your stage name. I just remembered that I needed to thank you today. Also, it's the kind of name that's really fun to say the first and last name of. But thank you, Ms. McAdams. Wink, wink. Thank you for that $20 Venmo. You get a wah. I really appreciate you being here. I also owe a little thank you to Tony from yesterday. I just was trying to not yap too much or play too many cartoons during the ceremony. Tony posted in the Discord, it looks like he's having the time of his life. Oh my gosh, a new game show. They're casting teams of 4 friends, family, or co-workers. An online game show about teamwork and helping a friend or family members think fast, play hard, laugh louder than ever. Together you'll take on challenges and create unforgettable memories. Should we do it? Oh my gosh. Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It Takes Two was like non-stop on my personal turntable the summer of 1988 or 9. I can't remember what year. Joe does want to sign up. That means I'm signing up. That means we need 2 more people. We can pretend we work in an office. Hey! Lila! Hola! A game show tryout for 4 players, teams of 4. Also, the sample from the Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock song, the It Takes Two song, was just all over the place in music in 1989. I know that I had that song on a mixtape. I'm trying to remember what I had it on a mixtape with. That song actually like would play at alternative clubs as well as like hip hop clubs. I remember hearing that Rob Bass at Axis. Uh-oh, here they come again. Hey Joe, I'm looking for your reply now. Here's more birds and chicks. And just welcome to LA. I love that kind of face because I can draw it, but not on Jackbox. I feel like you could get away with more before the internet. I don't know what I necessarily mean by getting away with stuff. I don't mean crime. I mean, I made my own fake ID with an IBM Selectric typewriter, an ink pad, and an X-Acto knife. And I was going places. Everybody take a sec to think of James D. Watson, who discovered the structure of DNA and which is amazing. I didn't know that he had passed. My news feed was full of, there's a scandal going on at Skims. No matter what, this is never fun to cross. I'm either going behind someone. Oh my gosh, we were watching 1984 today, the one from 1954. It's free on YouTube. It's just as horrible as the one that was made in 1984 in a lot of ways. Believe it or not. But we are kind of like almost there. I mean, I can still say what I want to say, but perhaps it's being recorded right now to use against me in the future by Big Brother. Thanks for bringing up Watson Tea Soups. We've all had a good... I'm gonna go home and look them up. So the black and white 1984 is, I think it's, oh, actually it was made at Columbia Pictures. It somehow seems more British or more American than the one that was made in 1984. But, of course, they used AI to upscale it. And I didn't notice halfway through, but whenever they use AI to upscale, it always looks like there's a mask almost over the face, and the eye bags and eye lids are still there, but there's like a plastic mask over the face. Teamwork makes what? The dream work, especially when it's a team of 4 trying out for a game show. Right. I know. I know. So it's kind of weird and almost hypocritical. What would I be doing? Not this. I love the internet, but I feel like, I don't know, we don't get out of the house as much. But I use the internet. This smells so delicious. It smells like a pepperoni pizza, even though it's not. Hey, virtual friends are better than no friends, right? We need connection. I keep seeing videos about people that are my age, or a little younger, in some cases a little older, who have these, I'm Gen X, and this is why I've given up. Or I'm Gen X, and this is why I don't talk or trust people anymore. And there are a lot of videos like that, and that's kind of a bummer. I'm always following the enticement. I mean, if I lived in the same city I grew up in, I would probably have a circle of friends that were a little closer to me because I never left the city I grew up in. I mean, I know some of the people I grew up with still, of course, but I don't hang out with them. I followed the enticement to the big city. You just need to get one of those standing desks with the pedal under it so you can exercise while being on the internet. I once, and I never used it really, but I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great? This is before I was walking 10 miles a day, or 9.7 miles a day. I thought it would be great to have one of those things under my desk or at the couch whenever I was watching TV or working. And I used it like 3 times, and I was just like, I don't know what happened to it. Maybe Joe tossed it. Woo, friends are the best. So let me know when you get back with the chicken stock. I'm at 20%, and my charger is at 0. I really like their last album, Delight. I like the first one too, but their last album, very underrated. It's like Dewdrops in the Garden, I think is what it's called. I still like it today. It's almost timeless. Michael! Sunset, Michael Star. Hey you. Happy Memorial Day. We just walked to Echo Park Lake. I'm heading back to Silverlake. Mark, hello. Also, Lady Keir Kirby was pretty cool. Here's one of our famous staircases. I'm not going to walk up it. Not today. I would like some Kung Pao for dinner. Kung Pao chicken. But instead we're having barley risotto. Hey, Alex. Joe is manning the... Joe had to run some errands, like get me chicken stock. He'll be with us tomorrow night. I ran into Melrose Larry Green again, Michael Starr. He's in front of the Jane House a lot. I said hello. I asked him how he was. On the way to Miley's star ceremony. The stairs are really kind of fun, you know, especially oh my god, there are like 3 employees standing in the Dr. Martens store waiting for the store to close at 7 o'clock probably. They're literally standing. I would not walk in there if I wanted shoes. JC Loop, happy Memorial Day weekend. We are just wrapping up our Oh my gosh. Sore throat. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I said Kung Pao. And something smells really great over here. Oh, it's that restaurant. Fat Dragon. It smells like General Tso's chicken. You know the smell. I said hi. I asked him if Jimmy Kimmel had contacted him about the millions yet. He's a very sweet man. Good evening, Urban Andrew. Thank you for being here. Hey, Fun Feeds. We've had a cool Memorial Day weekend. I don't think it was the hot Memorial Day weekend people were looking for. Yeah, we were worried about you a little bit, Alex. You were sick for a little bit there. So we are about to hit Sunset, and where Sunset and Santa Monica meet. I think we've got like 2 more blocks. We'll be able to see I think we should be able to see the Hollywood sign at that point from a distance. And also Griffith Observatory. I'll try to zoom in on them. I'm gonna cross the street because I just don't care. Alex, try having a glass of warm water with a little bit of ginger or lemon in it, like the first thing you drink in the morning before coffee or anything. I try not to drink coffee all day because I just don't want my heart to race. You know, it happens. So usually we won't have coffee after our morning coffee, but sometimes I just need a pick-me-up in the afternoon. Right? It's coming up here. This area is pretty cool, actually. It has a pretty cool history. Aww, people dancing. Hey, Holly. All right, this is the perfect light for the rest of the walk. I almost did walk into that. Well, this is a street designed for trolleys, my friend. That's why it is so wide. George. I can't resist them either. I love a good trolley or old car or old building. All right, we're gonna walk through the hipster den of all where people will cover their face. So we're almost back to the junction though. But there might be music, so I'm gonna pocket my mic key. Uh-oh. I think I usually trim on Tuesday or Wednesday, but we never get rid of the stubble all the way. I don't even know about the old donut shop with the chessboards. That was before my time. I have those glasses too. The trolleys are something that is great for old people who lived here to remember, and they seem at a glance like they were way more efficient, meaning direct, than the subway system we have now. But those trolleys always operated at a loss. When the guy who ran the trolley company sold them to whoever, they were so deep in debt.
Okay. All right, love you. Bye.
So not just inefficient, but rude also. I'm kidding. They were just loud, not rude. The trolleys. Woo, I'm gonna take it. All right. We wanted to sell cars so bad and design it, really the Automobile Association of America too, that kind of screwed our pedestrian life here in Los Angeles for a long time. Instead of making safer streets to walk down, they told us to walk under the street. Do you remember? Did you ever have one of those passes? We used to have one on Santa Monica Street, so you could walk under the street instead of waiting at the crosswalk. They were all over LA. I think they really have gotten rid of a lot of them. No, you're not. That's not a whoops. But I mean, the red line actually caused the expansion of Los Angeles because he would just build those train routes. Routes? I sound stupid, sorry. He would just build those lines or stations and then cities would pop up around them. Like, the red line was really a real estate scam. to start with. Right? Well, there was one on Santa Monica that they just filled in with cement, but I remember walking under it once or twice, or walking through it before it was caged up. And then I lived in the hills behind the Hollywood Bowl. I'm making that sound nicer than it is, but it wasn't that nice. It was horrible, actually, living up there. If you forgot like butter or coffee or cocktails on a Friday night and the Hollywood Bowl was there, you were doomed. No one would deliver. Anyway, to walk down the hill, which of course I love to walk down that hill, you had to walk through this tunnel. And I remember the tunnel at first was okay, and then there was like Santeria stuff in it. I'm joking. It just looked like a voodoo Candyman tunnel one day. And then there were like 3 people sleeping in it or something else. Anyway, you guys, we have made a complete circle from Silverlake Junction to Echo Park Lake. I'll be live streaming tomorrow at about 5 o'clock or 4 something when we'll be going to Hollywood. We might go up into the hills for a little view. Maybe a little golden hour action. Well, if you wanted cocktails on a Friday night and you drove home from work with nothing, you were doomed. You had to plan ahead living up in those hills. Traffic was always terrible, but you did get free Hollywood Bowl tickets a couple times a year. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I think Joe is going to pick up with a little GTA on his gaming stream. I'm signing off till tomorrow. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Memorial Day. If you're here for the first time and wondering what's going on, we just walk around Los Angeles and talk. Please feel free to show us a little virtual love with a like, subscribe, and chat. Thank you also, lurkers. We love you. We love a lurker. And thank you most of all, while we still have human content. Thanks for supporting human content. I'm going to sign off right here. Big hugs. Big kisses. Not really, but you know, air kisses and puppy dog wishes. I'll see you tomorrow. Lonnie! Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you really soon.